Investigates tonight discover that a growing and dangerous problem is actually getting much worse. It's called heroin in the heartland. And we introduce you to two Lebanon teens recovering from their terrible addiction. And tonight, Eyewitness News anchor Anne-Marie Tiernan shows us the continued struggle is far from over, leaving a lot of Indiana families pretty devastated.
John and Kara bravely came forward to expose heroin in the heartland. The friends say they first tried heroin on Lebanon High School's senior skip day.
That was the first time I'd ever even put a needle to myself.
The first time I tried it, I got hooked instantly.
But soon, they say, the quick heroin rush disappeared and they felt sick, needing the drug daily just to feel normal.
Wake up, that's all I would think about until, I went to sleep that night.
When we first talked to them in February of 2012, both teens felt lucky. Insurance had covered their costly rehab, and their self-outing likely in part a search for accountability to stay clean.
I feel like I'm in a relapse. It's just one phone call, and I'm over it.
Every single moment worries me because I know that is in the back of my head that I could go do it at any moment.
That moment for John came 6 months later, setting off a downward spiral that led to where we found him today, in the Boone County Jail. Whose fault is it that you're sitting here?
100% my own. It is my own fault.
John is facing multiple charges, the most serious for dealing heroin. He's accused of selling to an undercover officer earlier this month.
I don't consider myself a major dealer. I'm a major user. I'm a major addict.
And what about Kara? Well, it was 3 months after we met last year that she was arrested for burglary and theft. The 19-year-old is in prison. Her mother says it's hard to relate to an addict.
They wake up every morning, and that's the first thing they think of is how they're going to get their fix for that day. And if they don't have the money, they're going to go steal to get it.
This form of heroin.
Aaron Dietz heads up the Hamilton-Boone County Drug Task Force and says the crime stats are clear. When addicts live near you, you're more likely to be a burglary and theft victim. And in his jurisdiction, heroin-related arrests are up dramatically. They've made 11 arrests already this year, compared to 8 in all of last year, none the year before.
Unfortunately, we can't arrest our way out of the problem.
This is what the heroin confiscated here is looking like. Small rocks wrapped in paper or powder packed in balloons. 1 gram can get 10 people high at $10 a hit, and habits can grow to $100 a day.
Takes over the person. That's the scary part.
They hurt the people that they love the most.
Michelle Crane knows the cycle. In fact, Kara's prison sentence isn't her biggest worry right now.
Part of me has a little bit of peace knowing that, she cannot get drugs and, that she's safe in there.
Michelle's son Chad is also addicted to heroin, and she hasn't seen him in more than a week.
I just hope that he is found soon.
Her fears are fueled in part by this video. She shot it after recently picking up Chad.
Are you still alive?
He told her he had just shot heroin into his neck.
Chad!
She pounded his chest, fearing he had overdosed right there in the front seat.
Chad!
She took this video for him to see, hoping it would scare him straight.
Chad!
It didn't.
Oh my God. Dead or alive. I'm just waiting for that knock on my door.
We've got to kill the demand. That's the only way to choke it out.
Addressing heroin is a law enforcement priority, and John's arrest is proof. But he predicts little impact on what he says is a thriving heroin business.
Just because I'm in here, the problem's going to stop. It's not even close. Not even near.
Are there people just lining up to take your spot?
There's already plenty of people in my spot.
John's trial is set for May. Kara is set for release in December. Kara hopes to attend beauty school. John, if convicted, faces a maximum sentence of 29 years. And finally, if you know anything about where 24-year-old Chad Crane is right now, please call police. On the Night Beat, Anne-Marie Tiernan, Eyewitness News.
Now, there may be obvious signs of heroin use that you're missing in your own home, but we have the common items used in very unusual ways. Just go to our website, WTHR.com.
And Chief Meteorologist